Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/thenerdcore. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hello, nerds. You're listening to an episode on the Nerdcore podcast feed. If you're feeling generous, please consider pledging to a tier on our Patreon at patreon.com/thenerdcore. We have tiers as low as $1 per month. Thanks so much, and enjoy the episode.
Hey everyone, before we can get into today's episode, I need to talk to you all about Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast and is the platform I've been using for over 2 years. Anchor is easy because it's free, includes creation tools on your tablet or phone from the get-go, rewards creators with sponsorships with no minimum listenership, and best of all, they distribute your podcast to places like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and many more. So if you want to make a podcast, you should download the Anchor app or visit anchor.fm. Now let's get into today's episode. Record podcast, the podcast that talks the 8-bit shit. As always, is your nerd Chicano here to host the show alongside my wonderful co-host, Young Yoda.
Sup?
What's going on, bro?
Nothing much. Chilling, living,
chilling. Yep. We always come every week. Sometimes we miss them because, a lot of stuff get in the way. But this week we're here to give you all wonderful gaming news. No, I have not played the Elder Worlds. No, I have not gotten better at Call of Duty Modern Warfare. But I am having fun. Brad, have you been... what do you have to say?
I haven't played shit.
Yep. That's pretty much it.
Not a damn thing.
Yep.
Then again, it is Scorsese month, so it's like, watch this 3-hour movie, Brad. Okay.
Yeah. Dude, that's so... you're having fun, though.
I'm having a hell of a good time.
I'm
podcasting. I'm starting up something that I'll talk probably during the live show.
Oh yeah, Saturday announcement time is on Saturday. Yep, and we're having a good time here, man. Having a good time. I can't wait for you to talk about what you got to talk about on Friday, because I feel like a lot of people thought that was a one and done, and it's not. It's not.
Never say never, I guess.
Yeah. All right, man. Ashley can't be here, sadly. We miss her, but, sometimes traffic is traffic, man.
I mean, it's L.A., so unless she's going to be calling in, she's going to be late.
She's going to really... Yeah.
There ain't no on time in L.A.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine, guys. Like I said,
that's where fashionably late was invented.
Pretty much, right? Pretty much. Yeah, we're very close to the release of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I'm going to be getting on that. And I've got it preloaded right now. Getting ready to preload that crap. And
shout out to Bryce.
Yeah, don't say anything. But, shout out to Bryce for that. Yeah, thank you, bro. And, I'm really, really excited for that game, dude. And, Brad, you haven't played anything. I've been playing a shit ton of Modern Warfare. Madden Warfare.
Well, we've been on too much like gangster movies.
Too much Scorsese, bro.
Too much Scorsese. Too much Bronx Judas.
Dude, I talked to my professors about it. I was like, oh man, I finally watched it, and they were both like, they both bring up Harvey Keitel, and even my world cultures, world film and film theory professor. I tell him about the film, and he's like, oh yeah, it's great. And, he goes, except for the preaching. Defoe sounds like a used car salesman trying to preach.
Yeah, I can get that. Yeah, I can get that.
I laughed so hard.
I can kind of get that, yeah.
Yeah, I laughed so hard at that, man. Yeah, and then the other professor was like, my other one was just about the, Harvey Keitel, and he was like, dude, like, I did not expect him to get, like, I'm like, sir, I did not expect that either, man. Coming in here with you.
But, like I said in the review, if people want to go back and listen to it, it was very unexpected, but I didn't hate it.
Oh no. I feel like some people would get mad at that. I'm the type of person who, with that stuff, just makes me enjoy the movie even more, man.
I mean, it gives you something new, and legit.
Yeah.
It's legit.
He was telling me a story about a film where the director was getting really mad at Cattell for not working on a British accent. So he did the whole film with that New York accent that he had to pay somebody to come in and dub over it.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's only, the physical look of Cattell, but, the audio is somebody else doing the British accent. He goes, that's the only film where Harvey Keitel doesn't speak with that doesn't speak in a New York accent because it's not Harvey Keitel.
Huh.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, he said that director was really mad with Keitel for that. But excuse me. Yeah, nothing really crazy to tell you all about Modern Warfare. Just I'm really getting pissed off with the double barrel shotgun. Now I want to say like 3-4 weeks already been playing this game. I really want them to fix the spawns and some of these guns, dude, because some of them are really getting annoying.
Yeah, just the spawning and then the camping, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I know you haven't played anything, Brad, but I know you said about that campaign. Have you been able to watch more about the campaign or play a little bit of that at least?
No, I haven't got it on this week, at all.
Yep.
I've just been busy.
Makes you think why you got the game in the first place, right?
I mean, that's like any game I buy. It's like I'll get like maybe 3 hours on it, and then I get into this other shit. So
yeah,
and like I said, I'll talk about it more on the live show. But
yeah,
I'm trying to get that together.
I know you're just like, it's not happening this month, guys. I'm sorry, it's Scorsese month.
Yeah, it's Scorsese month. I got the podcast. I got the other thing. I'm trying to rebirth from the dead, and actually, I'm bringing everything home. So, and I'll talk about it more later.
Yeah. All right, man. It's all good. Either way, we have a good time here. And look, man, it's we gotta go ahead and start off here some stuff. I just want to go ahead and just preface some of this. We have nothing to talk about today. Like, there's no big news that dropped. So what's it called?
And nothing really is going to drop because it's the Christmas season.
Exactly. So I think we're gonna have to start doing some just regular discussion episodes here on the Game Record if nothing really drops, because we're really gonna hit the stagnant part of the season. Yeah, we're lucky movie news is dropping because, this is usually around the time when nothing drops for news in general for the entertainment stuff. So, I got two things over here. I just want to go ahead and just keep on talking about the fact that Call of Duty Mobile is making a lot more, the downloads. And it looks like we are at 148 million downloads across iOS and Android since its release in October 1st.
Whew, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's only behind the Pokemon Go on that front. That's it, dude.
Oh, it's beat Fortnite already?
Yep.
Wow.
It's the second most successful mobile game in history in terms of first month downloads.
That's quite impressive.
Yep. It's impressive, dude. It just goes to show you that that the whole mobile gaming, it's not a front that you should be ignoring.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. And we've said it before. Everyone has a cell phone. Mm-hmm. That's where the money's going to be.
Exactly. So congratulations to the team over at Call of Duty Mobile. This is awesome, dude. And it's going to be, I think a lot of this also came from Modern Warfare. Just people who are hyped on Modern Warfare. And they're probably thinking, imagine how great it would be to play this on my phone. And they search up Call of Duty Mobile. They're like, oh shit, we can play on my phone. Yeah. I gotta say that part of that had to be, the curiosity that just came from Modern Warfare. So, congratulations to COD Mobile, man. This is awesome, and I hope they keep setting more records. This is awesome. All right, man. Let's go ahead and move on to the other one. Now we're gonna start our nice little slate of video game movie news. So let's go ahead and get one right off the bat, Brad. All right, we have a trailer to talk about. So, once upon a time in Twitter, a lot of people cried about a design of a blue creature and made them redesign their creature. And a new trailer dropped for that said movie. Sonic the Hedgehog got a new trailer, and we got a new look at our blue creature. Brad, here was, what did I say the first time? That design is terrible.
We didn't care about it, really?
Exactly, but what did we say? The design doesn't matter if your script is shit. And what did I feel this time around? The same thing. That just the feel of the trailer and just the dialogue between them, it just feels weird. It doesn't feel right.
You know what the issue with this is, though? Mm-hmm. We don't get to see a lot of Sonic. I mean, the new visage of Sonic that they've created is far better than whatever the hell
superior.
That old mutant Sonic was. It's like far superior. It's like, okay, that's pleasing to the eyes. But you can definitely tell with this trailer, they're focusing more on Dr. Robotnik and Jim Carrey.
Exactly.
Which makes me think that Jim Carrey is the only thing good in this movie.
I think so too, man. And I hate that people think that just because they fix the design, this movie looks like it's going to be good now. It's like, nah, man. It's just, are you seeing what we're, like, it's... I'm gonna pose a question here, Brad. I was gonna say that it just feels out of place here. And do you think that this movie is going to suffer from being too video gamey?
I think this. My issue being, I don't think it's going to be video gamey enough. I think they've gone on a full tilt to some other realm. It's another Curse of the Video Game movie. They never follow with the video game.
Yeah. So I think that this the tone is so out of place, man. It feels like this is one of those properties that I don't think translates well on the screen.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it did well as a cartoon.
Yeah.
And I think the issue being you can't bring this into live action.
No.
And I mean, if they can't get Max Payne right on the big screen, and Max Payne is like the perfect noir to ever put from video game to big screen, they're not going to get this right.
Nah, man, I'm telling you, I feel the same way. I don't think they're getting this right, and I think that people are clouded because of the whole design. That it looks good now, and they're thinking like, oh, now we're good. Now we're good. Now nothing's gonna be really bad about this. To me, it still doesn't look good. It still doesn't look good. Yeah,
it just. I think the only good video game movie we can really talk about is Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
And that actually followed the game quite a bit.
Yeah.
From my understanding, since my wife played the game. I never played the game, but she said, yeah, this pretty much follows it. And that's the issue I think this is going to run off of is what story really is there in Sonic other than him going fast, picking up rings, and fighting Dr. Robotnik? There's never been really a detailed story in that. So in order for them to recreate that, you can make a good story, but it's not in their favor through the years from what we see.
So I'm going to ask you, do you think this movie's going to bomb at the box office, Brad?
No. I don't think there's enough fans for it. Like you have the younger generation who I think missed out on Sonic, so they don't really know or understand who Sonic is. Mm-hmm. You have my generation who grew up with Sonic, the video game, Sonic and Knuckles, all that. So you might get some of us in there for nostalgia. To me, the trailer really isn't wanting to bring me in, though. So I'm going to say that for everyone else, too. And then you just have the hardcore fans who are going to see it. Yeah,
so I want to go ahead and show you, I want to give you, what's it called, kind of a picture of what will be premiering that week. So, Brad, you have The Photograph, The Kingsman, and Fantasy Island, competing against Sonic the Hedgehog, with Birds of Prey coming out the week before that.
The Kingsman, that's going to take the top spot in my opinion.
Yeah, and Bloodshot premiering the week after.
That's one with Vin Diesel, right?
Yeah, and the week after that, The Invisible Man.
Oh, that's some stiff competition to come out.
Yeah. I don't think this is going to have good I don't think this is going to do good, bro. This is some heavy competition. Because every week after, there is a bigger movie that can make more money than this movie. I mean, even going into March 6th, Onward, and The Way Back. Then March
I feel-
13th, Godzilla versus Kong.
I feel like Kingsman and Birds of Prey are just going to suck up all the money.
Yeah, same here. I think when it comes down to it, what's it called, Kingsman and Birds of Prey, they're gonna just absolutely just destroy these two. They destroy the Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
And yeah, that sucks, man. Because with a better team that kind of understood what this film is about and really understands the game, I think that this would have been great as an animated film. But no.
No, I'm just not really seeing it.
No. I look at this trailer and I look at the trailer for the new Scooby-Doo film that they're doing, and I say, yeah, like, why didn't we try to give Sonic the animated treatment like this? Make it all cute and nice looking and add a really good script to it. We could have done a better job than a live action film.
I mean, that's my opinion. Well, look at the Addams Family. The Addams Family is animated. I mean,
yeah.
Why don't we go that route? And Addams Family did terrific in theaters.
Yep, exactly.
And to me, Addams Family is kind of in that same place of, the younger generation don't really know who they are. My generation knows them and would be nostalgic for them. And then you got the hardcore fans. And to me, they did right by just going something completely different that they never did with Addams Family, which basically make it animated.
Yep. All right, man. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because it's just, to me, it feels like it's just people are getting clouded by the new design of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So let's go ahead and move on because I got to talk about other stuff here. Netflix just announced that Witcher has been renewed for a second season. This is really interesting news, man. I think that that Netflix has to have a lot of trust in this to be renewing it, man. Or they really, really need to trust this IP to do this, because they think like, okay, we're going into this blind. We're gonna go ahead and renew this. Or the other thing is that we saw so much from what was filmed, and we think that this really does deserve a second season, and the first season will do well. What are your thoughts?
I mean, we saw this happen with a few shows in the past. Mm-hmm. Namely, I think Watchmen. Watchmen got renewed right when it came out.
No, I haven't heard about Watchmen. It was a Jack Ryan. That happened with Jack Ryan. Mandalorian, that's right. Yeah.
That was Mandalorian.
Mandalorian, Jack Ryan.
Watchmen's going to get renewed, though.
Oh, just watch it. It's going to get renewed, yeah. Yeah. What other was from the space that was renewed at the same time, that it came out? I think those are two prime examples, but I think that those were just examples of the company really trusting what they've made, and it seems to have worked out on their favor. Well, at least for Jack Ryan, yeah. Because we don't know about Mandalorian yet, right? But what's it called? I think that this is a really ballsy move from Netflix, and I think that this could go either way, man, because we still haven't seen Witcher. It's going to be until December. But
I mean, from the trailer, though, that looks terrific. And I didn't see really one bad thing in that trailer.
Me neither, man. And I really hope this works out for them, dude. But I just wanted to go ahead and report on this because, it's pretty cool, man.
I like it.
I like it. Yeah. So and they announced the news with like a picture of two swords. I thought that was fun, and we shall see what happens, man. But season 2 coming whenever it comes, and we have to wait until December 20th for the show.
That's kind of cool. Netflix is just they're prepared to create these properties and then keep them.
Mm-hmm. So it's going to begin production in London in 2020 for a planned debut in 2021. According to Netflix, like the first season, season 2 will consist of 8 episodes. That's from The Wrap by Jennifer Mas. All right, man. Let's go ahead and move on to this last one that I want to talk about, and I think that this is interesting here. So let's go ahead and start this by saying here that this was a very, very, very silent front for now. You know, the director dropped out. I don't even think anybody's directing this movie yet. And it kind of left, what's it called? Oh, no, never mind. We now have a director attached to this, so I will talk about this. But Uncharted lost their director, and for a while they had nobody there. And now we got news of a director and a new actor coming to star alongside Tom Holland in this film.
Oh, okay. I thought it was when I first read it. I thought like Mark Wahlberg was going to replace Tom Holland. I'm like, no.
So according to Variety, so by the way, I gotta preface this. What's it called? Travis Knight will be directing the film now, who did Bumblebee. So I think you've got a pretty good director in your hands now. But according to Variety, Wahlberg is in a final talks to play Victor Sully Sullivan in the adaptation of the hit video game. Sullivan is described as an American treasure hunter, fortune seeker, and businessman, as well as a friend to main character Nathan Drake. The role Holland is playing Sullivan is a recurring character in the video game series. This isn't the first time Wahlberg has been attached to a movie version of Uncharted. Back in 2007, the star was set to play Drake, with David O. Russell, American Hustle, The Fighter, writing and directing. However, Russell left the project in 2011, and the film has been stuck in development ever since. Knight was announced as director in September, replacing Dan Trachtenberg. Knight scored a big hit last year with Bumblebee, his first live-action film, and he was Oscar nominated for the acclaimed animated movie Kubo and the Two Strings. Uncharted is currently slated for a December 18, 2020 release. Oh, they have time to start putting this thing into production. Brad, how do you feel about Mark Wahlberg joining the cast?
That's a thing.
Damn it.
That's a thing. Yep, that right there is a thing.
Okay, let me get better at least. What do you think about Travis Knight directing the movie?
That is a good thing.
That is a good thing. Oh my God, Brad. Look, Brad is going by experience of what he saw Mark Wahlberg do in Max Payne, and I don't think he wants to see that again.
It's out of your mother for me.
Man.
I gotta bring this out though. I can't blame Wahlberg for that movie being so fucking horrible. I really can't. I can't put all the blame on Wahlberg because whoever wrote and directed that shit never played the video game. They never touched it. They never fell in love with the bullet time and the fucking trippy blood scene where you're just running around trying to get out of this nightmare. They never played the fucking game. They weren't fans. They didn't like it. And they just fucking screwed it all up.
Screwed the pooch.
I don't remember the director's name. I don't remember the producer's name. I don't remember shit. I barely remember the fucking title. I know it's Max Payne, but I'm trying to forget it. The only thing I can remember that movie is fucking Mark Wahlberg, so therefore he's getting all the blame.
Max Payne.
So fuck Mark Wahlberg for that shit.
Max Payne, directed by John Moore, produced by John Moore, Scott Fire, Julie Yorn, and written by Boo Thorne. Based
fuck
on
all those people. All of them. Fuck all of them. Not Wahlberg. Fuck you.
Starring Mark Wahlberg, Mila Kunis, Bo Bridges, Ludacris, Chris O'Donnell, Nelly Furtado, Donald Logg, and Olga.
Did they get all these actors from MTV? Jesus Christ, guys.
Oh man, this as always is done by Dune Entertainment. It made 35. It was 35 million box budget when it made a 85 million box office. Hold on, I just want to point. Let me check something here. John Moore. What else did he direct? Just this picture, man. Look at that.
I'm hoping nothing after.
Brad, you directed possibly one of our least favorite movies in the Die Hard franchise.
Was it the fourth one?
A Good Day to Die Hard.
That was the fourth one, right?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
That was horrible.
Yep. I think it's the fourth one, man. Is it?
The issue I have with sequels when it comes to great movies is I don't think they should exist.
Yeah.
Although I kind of like the Samuel L. Jackson, Bruce Willis Die Hard. I mean, people kind of hate that, but I kind of like that dynamic.
Yeah.
But I would, if you would have stopped at the first Die Hard, I would have been totally.
Yeah, but people always want to make sequels of these, and it's like, like, just let it die, man.
Except when it comes to Max Payne. No one wants that.
No one wants that. No one wants that. But look, man, I've got to say, Travis Knight, great director to get for this. I think that's awesome. But Mark Wahlberg getting cast does nothing for me. I'm sorry.
That's a thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. How do we feel about Tom Holland being Nathan Drake in this?
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing?
That's a good thing.
Well,
dependent on what the story is. Like, I think he fits the character. He's just a little young, in my opinion. So if they're doing like way back Uncharted, like when he first kind of gets started, I think he can pull it off. But the Nathan Drake in the video game, I mean, he's kind of like in his 30s.
Yeah, that's why I said I said if we're going for young, like, cool, this is a good choice. But part of me was like, but an Oscar Isaac looks like Nathan Drake.
I mean, if we're going that route, just do a young Indiana Jones with Tom Holland in it.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
That's pretty much what this is that's pretty much what this movie is hinting at. I mean,
yeah, but like, what's it called? You can't blame him. The kid's hot right now. Spider-Man, Endgame, all these movies.
He's a good actor. I mean, he's a good actor.
Yeah. So, at least congrats on the guy for getting the work. Getting work, right? But I just don't see him as Nathan Drake. I really don't.
I mean, I think technically you could put like Ryan Reynolds in the role. That would work too, especially as an older one.
Yeah. All right, man. That seems to be it, man. That's all I have here, Brad. Anything you want to say before we go ahead and move on to housekeeping?
Yeah, fuck Mark Wahlberg.
Stop casting Mark Wahlberg in video game movies. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, like I mean, Mark Wahlberg in other kinds of movies, sure. Just stay out of the video games, because anytime you bring up Mark Wahlberg in a video game movie, I'm just going to go directly to Max Payne and hate him.
Mm-hmm.
I will hate his face. Like bring up what was that great one we watched where he was the porn star?
Boogie Nights, and I just love how you say it like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Bring up Boogie Nights. I mean, great.
The Departed, bro. We're gonna do Departed.
The Departed. Yeah. I mean, there's a shit ton of other movies. The Other Guys. I love The Other Guys. But fucking Max Payne ruined video game movies for me.
It's just, to me, it seems that Mark Wahlberg in movies like this, it seems like he's out of his element.
And like I said, I can't blame him fully. He's just the only name I remember out of that fucking shit. I think it would have worked if they had gotten the writing and if someone had picked up the controller and played the game. Like, because I don't know what the fuck was going on with those flying demons and shit. That wasn't part of the game.
Yeah.
So it was already lost to me then. And they're like in the opening shot too. So you're kind of already starting off on a bad foot going, what the fuck?
Which makes me kind of, relieved that Travis Knight is doing this, because remember the last director said, oh, I'm not really sticking to the video game. I'm kind of going off and doing my own thing with this. No, I don't want to follow.
That's why the studio yeeted that motherfucker out of there.
It's like basically you want to make a movie, but just with the name Nathan Drake and Uncharted in there.
I mean, and like I said before, technically you can do that. Like, you can create a whole new, like, story. But you got to go off what the game did with the character, where he went, and try and keep some parts to the game.
Yeah.
Like Jumanji. Jumanji is a game. And then there was the original movie. And then these sequels, they're kind of keeping to the original movie. I mean, which is nice.
Yeah,
because just totally going off script and having nothing that relates to the movie other than the main character's name doesn't work.
Yeah, when you stray too far from the path, man, it kind of that's what hurts the word of mouth.
And it ruins it for the fans, because the fans are there to see a favorite video game of theirs get turned into a big screen action movie or big screen movie, and then you just shit all over it. that's what you did. They paid money to see you shit all over one of their favorite things to play.
Pretty much, bro. Pretty much. All right, man. Let's go ahead and move on into the housekeeping here.
Rant over.
Rant over. As always, if you want to listen to this episode a day early and other Patreon and other extra shows on the feed, all you got to do is go to www.patreon.com/thenerdcore and sign up for a tier. Shout out to our producers, Cassie and Sarah. They're the executive producer, the associate producers, and our executive producers are Grayson and Shane. Grayson, you can follow him at WarlordHitman98 on Twitter and Grayson Barker98 on Instagram. Shane, you can follow him where, Brad?
You can follow our friend Shane at SWRKK Twitch or at twitch.tv/SWRKK.
Cool, man. Let's go ahead and throw up the merchandise, though. You know, people can go and check out the merchandise at www.teespring.com/stores/the-nerd-core. Rate and review the podcast on your podcast app of choice. It really does help the feed grow. Go to our Twitter, the Nerdcore _, Instagram at the Nerdcore, and join the Nerdverse, the official Nerdcore group on Facebook, and our website, thenerdcore.com, for written reviews and stuff like that, and also our YouTube channel where you can find all our podcasts and movie reviews on. Just search up the Nerdcore on YouTube and we'll be the first one to come up. I promise we are. At least the first one with more than one video on it. It's been active more than May 2018. Shots fired.
Bam, bam, bam. Pew, pew.
All right, man. It's been a wonderful time. And as always, I miss Ashley. And Brad, you miss her too, right?
I do.
Yep. We love you, Ashley.
She's always fun to talk to, and she is a better co-host than me in this regard.
Pretty much, man. I would have loved to hear her.
I mean, you did get to hear me rant on Mark Wahlberg, though, so I guess
it's never a bad day. It's never a bad day when you get to rant on Mark.
Not Wahlberg.
All right, guys, go ahead and Brad, go ahead and send them to the podcast void.
All right, Ro. Thank you for being host as always. Thank you to all our listeners out there, all Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you coming to hear our stupid asses talk for 30 minutes to an hour.
Yep.
Anyways, thank you guys. And in the next episode, I put a bounty on Roll. Young Yoda out.